Nornie, thank you so much. The more I learn about you, I'm like super inspired with what you're doing, reintroducing native Australian ingredients to restaurants and the home cook and shaking up the Melbourne food scene. So yeah, thanks. And your story is amazing. Like, it's so inspiring. I'd love you to take me back to like where it all began.
Well, I first started, I suppose if you talk about from me and cooking and working with natives, especially where I grew up, it all stems from working with my dad, I guess. And when you're on a tropical island, all you get to do is eat so many awesome native like fruits, berries, you name it, sea almonds, the whole works.
Yeah.
So it all stems from there. But for me now is like the mission is to make sure that we get it in every kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, and because Australia has this great produce and we should be like, you know, celebrating the produce that comes out of our own soil.
100%. We're trying to plant all these things that don't really work to this particular climate.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be putting in what is there for your states, and each state have their own, like, you know, national fruits and spices that come out of there as well, and we should just be kind of getting that more in and supporting the farmers that are doing it, because we support the rest of the farmers that what they're doing. Why can't we do it for the native industry as well? And then we would have more supply.
So who taught you to cook?
Well, my dad taught me how to make something out of nothing, but I think I helped myself along the way with cooking. But most of it came from my aunts and my grandmothers, because they would make like traditional dishes, and I get to now serve them in restaurants, but obviously fancy them up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because my cousins keep saying to me, I don't remember it looking like that when I grew up. But it's about that knowledge that they've passed on to cooking and the idea of eating as a community and a village. You know, it's like for everyone. It's not just for one person.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it stems from me, because I'm a feeder.
Well, this smells amazing. This thing is quandong. It smells unbelievable. So tell us a little bit about this dish.
Okay, so what we've got here is a marinated emu fillet. So this is one of my favorites is emu. Like I will eat this nonstop, you know, every day if I could.
Yeah.
Because I am a big carnivore too.
It's still so underutilized.
Emu's great. So a really nice lean meat, so very gamey in flavor as well.
Yeah.
And it's quite filling. So like you eat a smaller piece and you get more full from it.
Yeah, really
so it's one of
nutritious.
those really good things. But it should be cooked like to a rare though.
Okay.
You do not want to overcook it, because then it becomes chewy and then you ruin it.
So what cut is this?
Oh, well, this is a flat fillet that you've got here.
Right.
So it's a really nice lean cut, but it actually has a little bit tiny of a bit more meaty, but then it thins out. But beautiful like piece of meat. Like we should just be eating more of it.
Yeah.
And people might think because it's emu, you would think it's not a red meat, but it is.
Yeah.
It's so bloody. So it's got a really good red meat to it. The marinade on this is beautiful because, like, you know, growing up in Queensland and the sugar cane and, you know, even sugar cane, you know, eating it and stuff, molasses has this beautiful kind of charred flavor when you put it and you marinate it over meats. And we've got the pepper berries, but we've got the celeriac going with the quandongs that we've got here. So we've got a quandong chutney there that's made. It's also got all the spices that you see on the front here too as well, with the bit of the saltiness that comes from the saltbush as well. I'm
going to create like a home-style dish using lamb, but I'm going to do a saltbush crust using the saltbush. Some pomegranate. I'm going to use some Massel vegetable stock for a bit more umami flavour as well. A little bit of lemon, but this is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to chat to you.